The fluorescent lights of the bus hummed, a monotonous drone that usually lulled Liam to sleep on field trips. Not today. Every bump and sway of the vehicle sent a jolt of nervous energy through him, not because of the winding road, but because of the girl 2 rows ahead. Chloe, his childhood crush, a fact as constant and unyielding as the North Star. They hadn't spoken properly since middle school, a slow, painful drift apart fueled by awkward silences and the terrifying chasm of teenage self-consciousness. Now, here they were, crammed onto a bus to the Natural History Museum, surrounded by their classmates. Chloe, with her sun-streaked hair pulled into a messy bun and a faint dusting of freckles across her nose, was laughing at something Mark, the star football player, had said. Liam felt a familiar twist in his stomach, a mixture of longing and a strange, burgeoning possessiveness he couldn't quite articulate. Mark leaned closer to Chloe, his arm brushing hers as he pointed something out the window. "Hey, Chloe," he teased, "your hair looks like a bird's nest today, but a really pretty one." A few of the other guys chuckled, and Chloe playfully swatted at Mark's arm, a blush creeping up her neck. "Oh, shut up, Mark." She giggled, but there was a lightness in her voice that stung Liam. He watched her, his jaw tightening. It was just good-natured teasing, he knew, the kind of easy banter that came naturally to popular kids like Mark. But a tiny, irrational part of him bristled. Why did they get to tease her? Why did they get to make her laugh? Later, as they navigated the dimly lit dinosaur exhibit, Chloe lingered by a massive Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton, awe etched on her face. Mark and his friends, a few paces ahead, called back, "Come on, Chloe, don't want to get eaten by the prehistoric pretty monster." Chloe rolled her eyes, but a small, embarrassed smile played on her lips. Liam, who had been trailing silently behind, felt a sudden surge of protectiveness. He quickened his pace, subtly positioning himself a little closer to Chloe, a silent barrier between her and the playful jabs. When they reached the gem and mineral exhibit, a display of glittering geodes captivated Chloe. She leaned in, her finger tracing the rough edges of a quartz crystal. "Careful, Chloe," another guy, Ethan, joked, "don't want you to get blinded by all that sparkle. You're already dazzling enough." Chloe laughed, a little more self-consciously this time. Liam could feel his hands clenching at his sides. He knew they meant no harm, but it felt like they were encroaching on something, an unspoken territory that, in his mind, belonged to him. He found himself subtly stepping in front of Chloe as they moved through the crowded halls, trying to shield her from the casual attention, a silent sentinel in a sea of classmates. At lunch, as they gathered around a long table in the museum cafeteria, Mark offered Chloe a cookie from his lunch bag. "Here, Chloe, you look like you need some sweetness to balance out all those nerdy rocks." Chloe smiled and took the cookie. "Thanks, Mark." Liam watched,